Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on? It's upside down. What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here. Gosh, how does that happen so often? I did a double take because I wasn't sure. I'm leaving this in. What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. This is the second package that was sent to me by Quechua, at least I assume. I can't remember looking at the outside of this. I'm pretty sure that's who it's from. I have no idea what's in here. The other two knives that they recently sent were really cool, so I'm expecting some awesome stuff from Quechua. Thanks so much to Quechua for sending it in. I'll link this stuff down in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. Okay. Oh my gosh. Nope, here it is. I was going to say the railroad tie is gone. The obsidian toenail. What do we have? Okay, I cut it open the wrong way. Oh, we have some stuff from Rike. Oh, goodness. What do we have? What do we have? I have a feeling I know what this is. And if I'm correct, a bunch of people who have been looking for this for a while are going to be pretty happy, because I think they brought this back. Yes, they did. Oh boy. You guys probably remember this knife from my channel from years ago. And since I've done that video and you know, the years have progressed, a growing number of people have asked me about that knife. Will you ever sell that knife? Would you sell that knife? And I've always said no. I love that knife. It's still in my collection. What is that knife? Oh boy. The return of the 1902. God, this is such a cool knife. Oh boy, this one's even fancier than mine. Holy moly, such a good looking knife. Oh my gosh, we gotta flip it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. That is wonderful. Can you reverse flick it? This knife has a heavy detent, but you can reverse flick it. Wow, I'm going to have to dig mine out for the review and do a comparison, because I can tell you right now, the flat on mine does not look like that. That is absolutely gorgeous. This is such a great example of a beautiful showpiece from Rike. Also, the handle, the frame is darker. But on top of it, it's not just a showpiece. This is a knife that is truly functional. Something I've always respected and just enjoyed about the 1902 is it really balances aesthetic, beauty, and utility. Even things like lipping the screws so that the screws still sit flush on the frame despite it being contoured. That's a small detail that's just really, really nice. There's so many polished surfaces that are contrasting with matte surfaces. So we have this very dark, almost zirconium looking frame with a huge polished backspacer, a big milled polished pocket clip. We have blue and gold hardware. In this case, we have what looks like some blue fat carbon inlays. I don't know if I think mine was blue carbon fiber, it just wasn't quite as striking. Then we have a two-tone blade. And obviously, aesthetic preferences are going to differ. So you might look at this and go, yeah, there's obviously a lot of like really high quality machine work in that, but I'm not really a big fan of the combinations of it. That's fine. But what I want to recognize here is the incredible effort that went into the 1902 design. And we almost certainly have, yeah, we have the same thing, but in red, which I've never actually seen before. I've only, up until, you know, this unboxing, I've only ever had or handled the one that I own, which is the old blue one. So this one here is the same thing, but in red. Now, personally, I would have preferred a different color for the backspacer on this guy. Wow, that is so beautiful. The red carbon fiber. See, I would have preferred a polished black pocket clip, polished black hardware, black clip, right? Or do the whole thing in like bronze or gold, right? But something that goes a little bit better with the red. But in any case, the red is still very, very beautiful. We can't get red on the clip or the backspacer, not as deep as in the carbon fiber. That is some beautiful carbon fiber. Really, really nice stuff. but it's not on the spectrum, for titanium ano, like with aluminum. You can anodize aluminum to be red, but you can't quite get this deep of a blood red with titanium. So something like black, I think would have looked really, really cool with this, but this is still really neat. And they clearly have just done the same thing as they did back with the original release of this guy. So they must have had quite a bit of demand for this to come back. And I feel like when this was originally released, it kind of flew under the radar. I think it was kind of an underappreciated knife. I'm not sure that Rike had as much attention on their brand. I'm not sure that as many people were willing to take an expensive risk with Rike back then. If you are considering, if you're looking at Rike and like, they're not, they look nice, but they're really expensive. They make some of the nicest, and there are a few companies that I always highlight when I'm talking about, ultra precision production manufacturing. Some of the nicest stuff in the world will come from Rike, from Maxace, and from Rike in terms of complex machining, but still getting the tolerances perfect, right? That's you're going to see that, and there's a lot of other companies that do a great job. Which specifically talking about Chinese production companies, right? And if you're new to the knife world and you're still like, or maybe you're coming back to the knife world after like 20 years, right? I know there's a few of you in here. The idea of something being made in China and it being referenced as high quality is probably that's like a foreign language to you, right? A lot has changed. Chinese production companies have some of the best quality in the world when it comes to precision manufacturing. And amongst those Chinese companies, the best of the best, in my opinion, are usually Rike, Rike, and Maxace. They are spectacular. Kunwu is also up there. Not quite the same in terms of the complex machining, but in terms of delivering, properly heat-treated compositions, and just executing, materials in a simple way, but in a very high-quality package that costs a little bit less, right? It's kind of two different labels there. But when we talk about the really complex stuff and the really over-the-top precision, right? If you're a stickler for perfection, you don't like under the magnifying glass seeing things, not perfectly laid into place or whatever, what have you. Rike, Maxace, Rike, those are generally the ones you want to go with. But there's a lot of good companies out there. I'm really happy that they decided to do this again, and everything really just looks great, right? We've got a little bit of oil here or there, but that's pretty much it. Really nice blade finishes, really nice action, really nice detent, all of that good stuff. I will re-review this knife after I've looked it over and had it. Now that I've got a couple of them here, I obviously won't be afraid to carry it anymore. Yeah, I'll give you guys my final thoughts in the form of a full comprehensive review. That's going to be it today, guys. Links for these down in the description, probably in a couple of different places because I know there's probably some other retailers that'll have these. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.